I think the best part of this BMW M5 is how much you can tweak the attitude of the car. You can make it as calm and comfortable as you want, or you can make it as angry as you want. And in a lot of ways, the BMW M5 is a lot like us. Generally, we like to be calm, but sometimes you just want to drive angry. And that's the best part of this plug-in hybrid. This BMW M5 has elements of the future. This has an electric motor that makes 197 horsepower, and that's just enough power to shuttle this 5,400-pound beast for a good 25 miles. And then there are still elements of the past, the stuff that keeps us waking up in the morning, going to our day jobs so that we could work hard and earn some money so we could afford this $120,000 sedan. And I'm talking about the 4.4-liter turbo V8. And on its own, it makes a healthy 577 horsepower and 533 pound-feet of torque. It also makes a pretty angry sound. Combine everything, the electric motor and the internal combustion engine, it makes a total 717 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. And all of it works beautifully together because you have the electric motor that fills in the torque at the very low end at 0 miles per hour. And then you have the turbo that fills in the mid-range. And then you have the big V8 to basically do everything else. So altogether, this can go 0 to 60 in about 3.4 seconds according to BMW. A little bit quicker if you ignore the rollout. And BMW has given you 2 additional drive mode presets that can be coded to the M buttons on the steering wheel. You can change the chassis setting, you could change the steering, the braking, the X drive settings, and all of this may look overwhelming to jump through all the menus, but it's really not. If you know how to save the presets for your seats, you could save the presets for your driving configuration. So you can see how modifiable everything is. And once you're done driving angry, just go back into electric mode and soften everything up. The M5 quickly becomes an executive car. The ride quality is superb, and you wouldn't be able to tell that this car was constantly inviting you to break laws just moments before. All of this technology and all of this madness is about the same in the M5 Touring, which weighs about 100 pounds more. Though with the M5 Touring, you get so much more utility, and in my opinion, I think it also looks about 100% better. And just as I found in the M5 Touring, even though both of these cars is about 1,000 pounds heavier than the previous generation M5, the extra power quickly hides that fact. There's also more tire to make it more glued to the road. This M5 sedan, just like the M5 Touring, uses the staggered 20-inch wheels for the front and 21-inch wheels for the rear. So it uses 285 and 295 millimeter tires respectively. And just so you can bring this to a proper stop, this thing has proper brakes. So this gets the upgraded 16.5-inch carbon ceramic floating rotors, and it has the gold 6-pot calipers. For the rear, you get 15.7-inch carbon ceramic rotors. Now, if you plan on tracking these things, this is a critical upgrade because this will give you that more fade-resistant brake performance. It also looks very good, not gonna lie, and I think you'll find that a lot of people will go for this upgrade just to get that look. Now, at the track is probably where you'll find the weight penalty of the M5 most noticeable, because as impressive as all of this is not going to defy physics. It's going to be challenging to control a 5,400-pound car at the limits, that's the key phrase there, at the limits around the track. But for a large majority of people that's going to buy and drive this thing, they're most likely going to keep it on the road, at which point it really doesn't feel like a 5,400-pound car. Now, when it comes to the design of the BMW M5, it certainly doesn't look as athletic as the way it drives. The M5 looks much more massive and weighted more than before. Still, it has all the design cues that make you stop and stare and wonder how quick this thing really is. Starting from the front, I'm glad the kidney grille is returning to more reasonable proportions. It's still pretty massive compared to older BMWs, but this one has LEDs around the grille because that's how companies differentiate themselves today, via LED lighting. And then down below, the amount of heat exchangers in this BMW is really impressive. I mean, the whole front of this thing looks like a big snow shovel ready to catch and eat up everything, including massive bugs. And around the side, the wheels and tires look pretty fantastic, as well as the gorgeous gold calipers. And then there are 2 fuel doors for the M5 since this is a plug-in hybrid. On the driver's side, you have the J1772 plug, and that's for feeding electricity for the smaller battery, which gives you about 25 miles all-electric range. And then you have your standard fuel door on the right-hand side. Something that you won't find on the M5 Touring is the M5 inscription on the C-pillar. And around back, the quad-tipped exhaust is another big visual cue that this is not something to be messed with. This specific tester also comes with the carbon package. So you get the carbon fiber side view mirror caps, the carbon roof, and also the carbon fiber lip spoiler. But perhaps the best part of the exterior though, and the thing that most people will notice and discuss for a good few minutes, is the paint. This one is called Sepia Metallic. It's very expensive at a $5,000 premium. It's a combination of gold or silver metallic flakes on top of a color that seems to shift depending on where you stand and what time of day it is. I can't really decide what color it is. I think nominally it looks purple, but sometimes it can look gray or gold or brown. It's a very rich and interesting color. Now jumping inside, the BMW M5 is going to look pretty familiar if you're used to the modern BMW designs. It has that dual screen setup, so your digital driver display and your big infotainment screen all along one curved panel. It also has a generous amount of ambient lighting in this car, and as expected of an M car, there's a lot of carbon fiber as well. The seats are properly supportive for an athletic car, so big side bolsters, lots of adjustability, and there's also plenty of comfort features too. You could turn on the heated seats and ventilated seats, and there's also a heated steering wheel. The steering wheel is the proper M steering wheel with the M logo on the bottom. It's a bit more streamlined design, and it has the paddle shifters because this has the 8-speed automatic transmission, and on top of that you get the 2 M drive modes as well as this 12 o'clock marker. The iDrive controller is still there. It still works very well. And then there's also the multitude of driving functions, which are pretty well spaced. There is a lot of tech in here. As you can see, there's a 360-degree camera view system, which makes parking this larger car a little bit easier. And there's also proximity sensors. So not only do you get a visual, but you also get an auditory warning. It also comes with wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and there's a wireless charger down below. Now, as for the rear seats, this is going to be pretty much the same as the M5 Touring because this has the same wheelbase, so you get pretty decent legroom at 37 inches. The second row occupants also get these privacy shades, and the outboard seats are also heated. There's a couple of USB-C ports, and there's also a USB-C port behind the front seat. And unlike the M5 Touring, you just get a trunk space in here with 17 cubic feet of space. If you want utility, then get the M5 Touring because it's about the same price. So overall, the BMW M5 in every facet is a proper M car. It is shamelessly quick and fast. It handles like a much lighter weight car, and it's properly M expensive. This thing starts at around $120,000, but once you tack on that really ridiculous paint, the carbon ceramic brakes, the M drivers package, which increases the top speed to 190 miles per hour, and destination, and all the other little packages, and the gas guzzler tax as well. Can't forget that this, you still have to pay a gas guzzler tax, even though this is a plug-in hybrid EV. After all of those things are considered, this ends up being a tearful $146,000. Now, if you want to see my review of the BMW M5 Touring, click this link over here. That's about the same price. But I want to thank you so much for watching all the way up to this point. My name is Hanson, and that has been the 2025 BMW M5 Sedan, and I'll see you in the next one.